Hi, Sue here. I'm going to introduce intense forward fold, also known as Uttanasana. It's part of the Sun Salutation series and has a number of benefits. It stretches and releases the spinal muscles. It actually helps to open up this posterior part of the hip joint. It stretches the hamstrings. It stimulates the digestive organs. It has a benefit to reversing the circulation by bringing the head below the heart in that forward fold. So lots of benefits, and sometimes needed some modifications. So I'll take you through some modifications for certain limitations. But first, the full posture begins in Tadasana, or mountain pose, with the arms extended down by your side for first placing your feet a challenging distance apart, whether it be toes touch, heels separated. For better balance, you may want to come hip distance apart with the feet. So making sure that you firm down, find your alignment in your Tadasana. And we'll begin in full Tadasana, extending arms overhead. So for Uttanasana, forward bend, you can either bring your hands through your heart, maybe place your hands to your hip to bring awareness, because as we dive forward, we're going to want to hinge from the hips. So I'll take another inhale, find some length, and as you exhale, hinging from the hip. As soon as you start to feel any pressure in the low back, place a slight bend into the knees. Allow your head, neck to soften. So here you want your head, your crown of your head, reaching toward the floor. Release your gluteals. Allow for a little external rotation here to open up your sits bones, reaching your sits bone, tailbone toward the ceiling. Activating your quadriceps here slightly, even if you have a bend in your knees, activating as much as you can to open up those sit bones. Just let the head hang heavy. Again, any pressure you feel in the low back, just putting more and more bend into the knees. If you can go straight-legged, perhaps you start to bring your hands to your legs, and you can start to use that to propel you a little deeper into the fold, and then transition some more weight into your toes to bring your hips over your ankles. Drawing your chin toward your chest, finding that nice deep bend if it's available. Again, modifications, bending the knees. Also, if you have really tight in the hips, you might find a little wider stand, a little deeper bend in the knees. Allow that torso to relax. The most important thing is allowing the torso to relax, the head to hang heavy here. Coming up out of the posture, always have options here as well. Typically rising back to your Tadasana, you can either come up with a flat back, extending out through the crown, flipping the palms up, rising up with a flat back. Or if it's more helpful to you, you can always round up, restacking your spine to come back to stand. Thanks for joining me, and tune in and check out the other poses, Yoga with Sue.